Trump returning to North Carolina today. This, again, is the first outdoor event since the attempted assassination, this one today in Asheboro. WRAL's Ashley Rowe was there all day today, following along as the former president took the stage discussing the 2024 election and national security.
Yeah, with this being the first outdoor event since the assassination attempt, security was very plain to see. Once we first walked in, there was glass all around the podium. The Secret Service has said that they were going to be putting in bulletproof glass at future rallies. We also saw a lot of snipers and a heavy police presence while we were here. About 4,000 people in the crowd here in Asheboro. Former President Trump really touting his foreign policy record from his time in office, saying that allies admired him and enemies feared him. He also slammed his rival, Kamala Harris, trying to tie her to President Joe Biden. He says that the world is on the brink of World War III. It's a really hot day here in Asheboro. Another notable point was when the rally was briefly paused because a woman passed out behind the former president. So he walked away and went and hugged her and went to go make sure that everything was okay before coming back and speaking again, weaving through a lot of topics, but mostly staying on about national security.
But we defeated ISIS. We killed the world's top terrorists. We secured our borders. We achieved energy independence. We stood up to China. We protected Israel.
But in 75 days, we're going to save the dreams of every single American, and it will mark the beginning of the future all of us deserve.
Republican insiders who I spoke with today say they feel pretty confident about this key battleground state, North Carolina. However, as Laura Leslie reports, the polls are showing that ever since President Biden stepped aside, Kamala Harris has been making serious gains.
Former President Donald Trump was welcomed to Asheboro with loud cheers and a lengthy standing ovation.
North Carolina. I love North Carolina. I love them. 76 days from now, we're going to win this state.
Trump has good reason to be confident. He won the state twice in 2016 and 2020. But North Carolina Democrats are increasingly confident the third time won't be a charm.
We represent a new South.
State Democratic Party Chairwoman Anderson Clayton is feeling optimistic after Harris became the party's nominee. So is Governor Roy Cooper.
I have a 2008 feeling about North Carolina, and we know what that means because that's the last time North Carolina voted for a Democratic presidential candidate in Barack Obama.
That was 16 years ago, but Cooper says he sees the same energy this time around. And Biden only lost North Carolina by 1.3% in 2020. Democratic surrogate Pete Buttigieg thinks that is within reach.
North Carolina is a state that has shown itself to be very much in play right now. And, you know, one thing I've learned is there's no such thing as a permanently red state or county or district. It's all about getting out there with a message.
They'll have a lot of help with that. The Harris campaign says more than 12,000 volunteers have signed up just in North Carolina since Harris became the nominee. Half of them have never volunteered for the Democratic Party before. Laura Leslie, WRAL News, Raleigh.